it is important to note that what really drives Forever, aside from the high quality product that you will get to sample, is our Forever business owners, right? And it is really a great pleasure for me to have here on today's call one of our top leaders for the North America market, my friend and Forever business owner, Oliver Lepki. Hi, Oliver.
Hi, Tanya. Good to see you. Great to see you.
Always nice to see you. I love that you're always really motivated and always greet everybody with that great smile of yours. So I wanted to thank you for sharing your time with us. I know that you have previous commitments, and so you made it an effort to join us and share your story with the people that are here in tune. I wanted to say too, I've been with Forever for 3 years, but I know a lot of your brief of your history. You've been with Forever for 16 years. Is that right?
Yeah, almost 16 years. Yeah, it's unbelievable and crazy how time flies and how fast it went through.
So 15 years ago, what sparked the interest or who introduced you to this opportunity? How did that go about?
Sure. Okay. Good. Good. Well, first, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure. Even virtually, I haven't seen you for a long time. We met in Bali last time, right? So
That's
next
right.
time, I'm coming to Forever Success Days in Phoenix. So that's great. But at least we have a chance now with the technology to connect this way as well. But to take you back 15 years ago, almost 16 years ago, I had a good career. I had a great job. I finished my IT career. I got my computer science degree, and I was working in the field, programming, and sitting for a long hours in front of the computer. And then I would go to work early in the morning, come back late in the night, and was making good money. But to be honest, I did not have much time to enjoy that money that I was making, and that was a kind of a problem. And you get into this machine of doing things over and over and over and over, day after day, and even weekends I was busy and just didn't have time. And then I was thinking, well, is there a different way that we can live life and enjoy more of things on this world? I mean, there's so much that we can enjoy, from visiting different places, traveling and meeting people, and enjoying the food and music and everything that this world offers. And I was just so busy into this work on the computer, and then I started looking for something different, something else. And I came across, like you mentioned, direct selling company or network marketing. And I looked at this, and I'm thinking, wow, this is so cool. And because in network marketing, to become successful, you have to help many other people to become successful first, and then you become successful. And I'm thinking, wow, this is awesome. I want to start working with this company. I remember watching a video by Tim Sales. He was explaining network marketing, how it works in a video. It was like 1 hour long episode. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to start working with this company. And I couldn't find a company that he was talking about because he was talking in general. And I thought there was only one network marketing company that does this concept. And I realized, wow, there's so many of them. So which one do I choose? Do I select? And then I came across a website that kind of has top 100 companies. I picked top 12, Tanya,
Mm-hmm.
and then I started to compare one to another, and then I was eliminating one by another for different reasons. Some of them products that I didn't necessarily like, services. Some of them you had to invest like $5,000 to get started, things like that for different reasons. And then I came across company that was having products, natural based products made with aloe vera, and aloe vera is really near and dear to my heart due to my family history. My dad, and he was using aloe plant like this here,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, wow, you know what? This makes sense. And the more I looked into this company, the more I liked it. And then I'm looking, and there's like no fees involved. There's like no registration fees, no membership fees, no cancellation fees. All you have to do is get registered and get some products, and you're in business. And I, like, does anybody else know about this or only me? So I decided to get registered. So I registered online, Tanya, and sponsor was picked for me based on my postal code. So there was a nice, mature lady here in Toronto who used to live here, and she moved back home. She's not here anymore. She had to take care of her mom, and so she went back. And I got registered, and I started working. Didn't know much anything about health and wellness. I'm coming from IT. I was very shy. I was terrified, like, of speaking or microphone or public speaking or anything like that. Like, if somebody looked at me as a prospect, I would be like probably at the bottom of the list, like a bad prospect. Like, don't take this guy.
Mhm.
He's not, yeah, not him, right? So, and that's how I started. But I was really excited about the opportunity, how this company works, and this company was obviously Forever Living Products, the best company in the world. I review all these other companies. I pick top 12 in the world, the fastest growing ones, the biggest ones, the companies that have great products. And after reviewing all these things, then I simply picked Forever Living because it was having these great attributes of a great company, being in the business for so many years and having successful uh, uh, track record of being great company. So I didn't know any products, so I ordered some products. And if man will get me on this. I ordered some creams and lotions, and for man, every cream and every lotion is white and is expensive. That's how we look at the creams and lotions. What do I know, right? So I gave it to my wife to review and to take a look and try because she knows this stuff. She was ordering some products from France, from England. She had sensitive skin, and she tried it, and she was really impressed with the quality of high quality products that we got. And then when I saw that in her, how she was excited, I knew that we have something great in our hands. So didn't know much, but I was determined to learn and just grow with everything that we came across.
I love that you pointed that out. That was actually one of the things that really resonated now after, hearing you share your story. You went in there like blindfolded, not really knowing anything about it, not knowing anything about the industry itself, but you were willing to do your homework and assess, what the benefits and the cons were. And so it tells us, and it, gives our audience too that are watching, you can go in there unwilling, as long as you're willing to learn and try something new, right? That's really what sparked your interest in this market. And so you went in there, you made out sponsor. I did want to point out now, we do have the option of not only when you're interested in opting in as a business owner, you can now, as a recruit, select who you want your sponsor to be, correct? So that's something
Yes.
interesting in itself. Now that you've had 14 years with the company, firsthand that you are going to educate the people that are interested, not only by offering the guidance, but the knowledge that you were lacking back then that now has formed you to be the leader that you are.
Yes, absolutely. And now it's so much easier because we have trainings in place. And before it was just so hard, and it was with all everything I was kind of questioning because I didn't there was not as much available information to go online and get the training and learn it and events. If you wanted to see something that was happening at the event, you actually had to go to the event. Here you can almost see everything what's happening at the event, not only like later, but even instantly live, because a lot of our events are being live streamed. So for people who are interested, they can see it live and see and recognize, like now our upcoming event in India, which is I'm so excited for India, and we're expecting like 25,000 people
Mhm.
in one place. That's like unheard. That's crazy.
You feed off of that energy, and I'm glad that you brought India up, because for those of you that aren't aware, global rally is one of our biggest incentives of the year. And I've Oliver has qualified in his 15-year run with the company. He's qualified 12 times the global rally, and I mean, that's a huge achievement. And I think also a huge motivation for not only your team, but for those that are newcomers that maybe don't really see the long haul of it. You know, we have to start somewhere. And I know that you not only do your homework, as you mentioned, when joining, but you have these reoccurring trainings for your team, for people that are possibly interested in joining. And so I guess my what I'm trying to say is really doing your homework and focusing on the bigger picture, correct, Oliver?
Yeah, yeah. So a big picture, exactly. Because now that I'm thinking about it, like we traveled almost the world with Forever, so 12 times. So every time company, obviously you have to work hard for it. And
Mhm.
we didn't qualify right away, but we kept working hard. And then once we qualified, we kept qualifying year over year. And every time Forever Living is so generous, and they just, you guys just spoil us with all these places where we go, and you pay for all the things that to get there, and food, and hotels and stays, and entertainment. And on top of that, you guys give us cash, extra cash, so we don't have to spend our own cash when you're there.
And what about
So
the trainings that you get firsthand, not only from our executive team, but you get trainings from our global leadership team, right? Like, so you get to interact one-on-one with the people that have built a very strategic and successful business, and you use them as your mentors and come out with ideas as well.
yeah, that's also great. So when we go there, we get the top training from top leaders from our company, which is GLT, and they share the best knowledge and the best ways and what's working now, what's working today. Things are changing all the time. So you have to update, you have to adopt, you have to change and embrace it, and challenge yourself. Sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes you have to learn new things and new tricks and new things that are available to us. I mean, before, I remember when we started using these video conferences, some people said, I don't know how to use it. Well, learn it, because sooner or later it's going to become a necessity. You will have to know how to use it.
No,
So
it's
social media, and yeah.
key points that you mentioned, you know, as long as you're willing to learn. Also, you said that you were shy. I don't get that from you. I know also firsthand that
I
you do
know.
have a YouTube channel. It's Real on Wheel, correct? Do you
Yeah,
want to?
Reels on Wheels. I have on my social media, and I do have a YouTube channel where I post videos about Forever, about motivation and related network marketing topics.
So what made you, you know, you said you have to be willing to adapt and try new things. What got you out of your shell? Because you
Mhm.
said you were timid, you know, coming from a completely different world in IT to really venturing into direct sales. And this is your bread and butter now, like how you recruit and sponsor people. What got you to be comfortable and be okay with posting on social media?
Yes. Okay. Good question. Because I bet that some people are looking at me, and they're saying, "Oh my goodness, he's doing it that way, and he looks so comfortable, and he knows what to say and how to speak." But trust me, I didn't know. When I started, I was bad. And when I look at some videos, even like 2 years ago or 5 years ago, they're not as comfortable. I'm not as comfortable. I'm not as crisp. And my some of my first videos, or they're just bad. So if I can give an advice to somebody who is doing the business, and they're thinking, oh, I wish I can be like that, or I was not born like this. I mean, English is not my first language, and it's not second. English is my fourth language.
Wow.
So so we're not born of being great by itself, and people who are great speakers, and people who are great book writers, when they wrote the first book, probably wasn't good, but they kept learning. And there's this process of just taking it easy and taking it step by step, and learning it little by little, and creating maybe just a short tiny video and preparing for it. And then next time is going to become better, and then next time is going to be even better, and better and better and better, so that you become good. And then you're good for a while, and then you become great, and then better, and then you become excellent. And I'm still on my way, to improve so many things. But that's how it is. So Totally. So for all the shy people like me that I used to be, uh, the best parts are outside our comfort zone. So to get to step just, little by little, just like taking a cold shower. If you never took it, hey, slightly change that temperature little by little and adapt to it. And then you're going to experience great things once you try different things.
Yeah,
There's no other way.
fine tuning. We're all a work in progress, right? So we can be perfect at something or anything, because then what are we evolving to? Which is a really great point and feedback for you and for our viewers to take away. Always have to be willing to work on ourselves and write down what is driving you. But I also wanted to mention, you pointed out this is your fourth, English is your fourth language.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Which brings up a great point. I mentioned before, this company is global. So, here in the USA and a lot in Canada too, there's so many diverse languages. And so sometimes we are so timid and stay shy because it's like, what if I'm going to converse and I'm not going to say it properly, or we hold ourselves back. But we are in a multi cultural market. And why don't we make that something positive that we can attract so many people from all over the world? What is your strategy when you want to reach out to somebody that you don't know, like prospecting, or how do you take that aspect of the business?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I look at it that everyone is different, and just go and ask. The worst thing that can happen is somebody would say no, but what if they say yes, and you can help them change their life and become better and learn about forever and learn about better products, learn about better and show them that there's different ways of enjoying life, with traveling and earning and enjoying more out of life and having more time. And just it's been phenomenal journey for me to just working from home and spending time with my family and traveling together, which otherwise I wouldn't be able to do it in that capacity, where I just can I have this freedom that I can just pick up and go and do it at my own terms, whatever really I wish, where I don't have to ask my boss and ask them, hey, can I go in September on these 2 weeks, please? Uh, and then wait for a reply, yes or no. Oh yeah, maybe. But there are other people who have been with the company and they have seniority and they have to go first and things like that, or even sick days. And yeah, it is just a just different lifestyle, and it's
Yeah,
not that easy, but it's worth it. It is so worth it.
thank you
Yeah.
for saying that. I was just gonna add to that. It's not easy. You have to be willing to do the work, and we really have to be conscious of that. But you get to travel, and that's for your job, quote unquote, because you're essentially doing. I mean, I witnessed firsthand when we sat down in Bali, and you're like, "Oh, I'm taking this call, and I'm scheduling a meeting," and you're there to be rewarded and recognized. But that didn't stop you from, initiating your prospects or taking time. So it's a job and it's a full-time commitment. But aside with that commitment comes the advantage of, as you mentioned, traveling the world, making time for your family, and you really take advantage of, inspiring and taking your growing children to venture out and see the world and meet and interact with different cultures, which I think is really amazing. And I know that if you can give the people that are watching, from around the world, I'm going to ask you just randomly, what did you start your children with? I know that they're forever families. So like, are there any favorite products that they take on a regular basis, or how did you introduce them to the forever culture?
Mm-hmm. It's not that I introduced them, but they really they really grew up with our products. Like from every day, we have two boys, and my younger and older one. So they literally never used different toothpaste than aloe toothpaste. Even when we travel, we take it with us, and they know that it's the best. And unless maybe they had a sleepover somewhere and just used it somewhere else. But other than that, they just grew up with these products. And personal care, our shampoos and our personal care products, and now C9 as well. So it just they grew into it with it. Yeah.
So they're a product of the product, as we like to say here, right? Not only
Yeah,
you,
exactly.
but your family as well. That's
Mhm.
great. What is your favorite product, Oliver?
My favorite product is aloe berry nectar. It's this one here.
Uh-huh.
This is my favorite product, and I love this product because it gives me 90% of pure aloe vera gel. So I get a lot of aloe in it, but it also gives me a little bit of better taste of aloe. So, and then all the benefits from apple juice and cranberry juice. And I've been using this product for many, many years. And I just open it like this and I drink it straight from the bottle. I don't even put it in the fridge because I finish it before it would go bad. So yeah.
No, to each their own. I know that some for the gel, especially, it is an acquired taste, but once you get used to it, it's like, you can't go a day without. At least that's what I've learned on a personal note. You get used to the taste and you see the benefits, on a regular basis consistently. So it really is high quality product. And I'm glad that you shared your favorite. Any
Yeah,
any other pointers that you would like to share with our viewers through this webinar?
for sure. Yes. Uh, if there's anything that I could kind of share or let people know, just take it more seriously. Get to the success as soon as possible so that you can feel it, you can enjoy it more. Um, I know it took me a while at the beginning to start qualifying for these different things, but man, I wish I took it more seriously sooner, faster. And somebody asked me and said, "Oh, I wish I started my business when I started," and my response was, "I wish I started this business 45 years ago." So, but things happen for a reason. We can
Uh-huh.
go back and change the past, but we can change the things in the future and what we are doing today. So the biggest thing is dive in and do as much as work now so that you can enjoy it more in the future.
Yeah.
And yeah, and that's what it is.
And they're gradual steps too. As you mentioned, you started 14 years ago. Maybe it wasn't to par where you wanted it, but look at how many things you've accomplished over the past 15 years. And, we have so many tools available, reaching out to our amazing leaders here in North America. Our sales team is always willing to help and answer any questions that anybody may have. But it's really important that we take the leap of faith, right? Like we all have to start somewhere and just be willing to believe in ourselves is what I think would be.
Yeah, and this leap of faith is so much easier today because we can literally see all these other successful people are doing it very well. Not only me, but many, many others, like literally thousands and thousands around the world, different countries, different backgrounds, different cultures, different skin colors and whatnot, religion and genders. And like, I feel like anyone can make it and become successful as long as they're willing bad enough to make it happen. And it is amazing opportunity. And imagine there is a company that pays you on regular basis, on monthly basis, and sometimes on weekly, but on every 10 days or so.
Mm-hmm.
And they're willing to pay for your travels every year, as long as we're productive, as long as we're working hard, and of course, being compliant and following the rules, which is also nice because all the rules, everything that I looked that you guys have in place, they're all ethical, and that's how all other businesses should be doing it. And it's just like kind of a normal standard, So, and that there's a company like that that's willing to pay for all our travels and all our fun and enjoyment and for many years to come. So now, okay, now we know this year we're going to India, next year we're going to Paris, and next year, who knows where? And that there's a company who's willing to offer all that, and for many years to come. I don't know. It's just amazing to me. It's just a blessing.
It's definitely a blessing, and it's more of a blessing when we have these encounters, with forever business owners such as yourself, and you're still after 15 years so motivated and so committed, like focused on achieving and keep on achieving these goals. I mean, it's not easy, and as you mentioned, you definitely have to work hard, be consistent, and be compliant, which is very key. That's really focal as well. So I'm glad that you brought that up. Yeah, so I wanted to say thank you. Our time, I feel like it's been pretty quickly, but I know I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate you sharing your story, and I'm sure our audience too. We've learned so many great tools and tips from you. And I'm excited to see you in India and see you keep achieving the other global incentives. I did also want to thank you and remind everyone that we are going to be hosting our success days here in our home office on May 3rd and 4th. Oliver, are you going to come?
Yes, yes, I got my ticket. Yeah.
And are you going to bring your team too?
Yes, they're all coming.
So Oliver's
Yeah.
coming from Canada. We hope to have many of you join us again, May 3rd and 4th for our Forever Success Days. And it's really, fun because Oliver, you've been here firsthand. What do you like most about Success Days?
Mhm. Yeah, I love hearing the stories, especially new people and their recognition, and how when new people becoming managers, for example, and uh, uh, going through these, challenging things. Because at the beginning, it's challenging. It's not easy to become manager. This pivotal position, become recognized manager, and I love hearing their stories, how they became managers, and then we learn from them. As much as I've been in the company for so many years, but there's always room, and it's always nice, and some spins to how they became manager that we can apply to our business. So we can really learn from them, and watch them and have them being recognized for those achievements, and then have fun. We have party at the end of the night, right? So some dancing, some great food,
Uh-huh.
warm weather. Your Scottsdale, Arizona, warm weather, and we usually get together and do something extra special for our team as well. So totally look forward to seeing all of you guys from home office, Greg, Cynthia, and everybody else, Adriana, and you, and so yeah, totally excited.
We are also very excited to see you in person. Also one big takeaway from the Success Days and any events really where the Forever family unites is that you get to network with people that are constructing the business. So I'm really excited. I hope that everyone can join us from far and from near. Thank you, Oliver. I want to say thank you so much again for moving your prior commitments and making this call, joining us on the call. And thank you for all you do, for always leading by example and always having a smile on your face through the
Yes.
hardships of life as well.
Yeah, glad to be here. Thank you, Tanya. Looking forward to seeing you soon in Success Day. Events are amazing. Great things happen at events. I know so many people who have received this injection after event, and making they just, I can see it in their eyes. They're saying yeah, this now I see what you're talking about. Now I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about. And then going home after event, making plans, putting the work in, and then creating more great results. So yes.
And then being
Thank
recognized for
you.
a higher level at the next Success Days and the future.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's a cycle, but we're really happy to be a part of it, and we're happy to have you here. So again, thank you so much for everyone that joined us. We are having these calls on a regular basis every Monday. Discover Forever, discover another FBO's journey, 4 o'clock Arizona time, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks so much for
Wonderful. Thank you.
connecting. Take
Bye-bye.
care. Goodbye.